So quick screencast again, status update. This is related to the tokens show the other day. So let's say I was in my course content, navigate around, I'm in unit 2 here, and we've got these tokens. So I showed this the other day. These kind of self-interpret, load themselves up. What I'm working on is a share button that allows you to share individual bits of literally anything. So these embed codes are going to be generated for you based on an analysis of the entity type in question. So you'll see here there's a field called instructional significance. And so if I copy this, again, these are readable. Let's zoom it up a little bit. You see, hey, CIS code, ask MOOC for item 17. If an entity type's not defined, that means node. Render just the value. Look at the field instructional significance and use delta 0. So what I can then do is, let's say we're over in our blog and I'm making a posting to apologize for some of the status messages. We'll make a public blog post and I'm going to switch to textbook just because this lets me do different things. So I'm writing about, hey, attention this week, writing about something super important and I need to reference that, whatever it is. It doesn't matter that it's just this little noodly thing. It could be anything. I can copy and paste that in. And when I save, it's going to dynamically do the web service lookup. And so in this case, it's just speech balloons. It's something nonsensical, quite frankly. But now I'm on my blog post here. Maybe I want to embed this somewhere else. See, so I can get a direct iframe to this to render it somewhere else. Hey, we want to go over to the discussion system and have a conversation about this. So, new thread, pay attention to this blog post. It's super important. And when I put this in, it's not going to do anything at first because it has not been told to interpret these codes. So what's actually doing the interpreting, if we jump into text formats and textbook, so I'm going to click CIS filter, and we're going to bump that up above typography, save, and then we'll go find our discussion board one, I believe it was new thread. All right, we're going to save it again to try and trigger it, although you'll see there's nothing in here to indicate it's going to apply to this. So what we're going to do is kind of fudging this at the moment. There it is, harmony filter. I knew there was a special one for harmony. Still working on this distribution here. Let's bump, no, let's leave that one last, sure. Save. Okay, haven't actually tried this one with this. Oh, there we go. So it took that short code, interpreted it, and turned it into a direct iframe embed to the blog post that I made. Hey, class, let's pay attention to this blog post I just made. Right, and I didn't actually embed the frame. I embedded a thing that figures out how to turn itself into the frame. It's a critical distinction. Let's say that I have this thread right here, and we've played around with the tags, the tagged items in the previous post. Tag this, right? So we'll save this thread. We've got our embeddable button, if you will. And then because we've got our embeddable button, we can then use any of these different methods to get data in and out of this thing. So let's embed just that field, right? Maybe we need that property. I'm still adding them so you can do the direct submission and things. But so you can see how we can kind of string data together when everything's embeddable and everything else. You can get into some pretty cool types of tokenizing workflows and whatnot. So if this one works, again, I haven't tried it. There we go. There's my tag from the other place. So we can start to get into even drilling into tokenization at the section level. So I've showed that in some previous things where this dynamically turns itself into a value that's unique to the section settings in question. If I drill into sections within this system, you'll see I've got some of these type of token shortcode things. We can go back to view. Now I can actually pull from that list. We're getting a little trippy with some of this stuff that's available to us here. Still need to account for entities, entity embed items. But now I can go into introduction, edit, make some space. Maybe it was going to be right there would be the best part, best place to put it. We can do a token insert that way and add a traditional token. What I'm looking for, currently I have to click to here to get to it. I don't like that, but looking for is a list of everything that's available. So I can jump in and we're going to use this, right? The word module 3, or actually more importantly, the dates for module 3, but we'll do both. So we could have a table of items here. If I inject a table into this page, right? And maybe this is the word for module 3. And we'll just do these so we can see how tokenization can really allow us to effectively program our courses. We don't need setup anymore. Once this is done, is the goal that things just kind of happen. People get access to information when they're supposed to. Information changes contextually based on little granular settings. Save this, and you'll see we've got these items remixed dynamically. You combine this approach with the other, the other tokenization methods showed, and you can really start to get into some pretty dynamic figuring content that figures itself out based on who's getting there when.